the West Indies. Are they struggling to hit centuries right now? Well, I'm going to hit it. All right. Welcome to episode 94 of Only Good News, where we are going to talk about all the things that is good, good stuff that happened during the week, during the year, during the month. And when we're done with that, we will be talking to my guest, who was in the studio. So last week we would have had the lovely Winnell. I can't pronounce her last name, but it was a very refreshing conversation that left all of us feeling on a natural high. And this week is going to be, we're just going to take it to the next new level. But anyway, let's get straight to the good news. The top of the story, unbiased piece of news here. My mommy turned 79. She turned 79 on the 31st of July. I was by Pam Wall, who apparently taught my mom. And Pam Wall, I think, is about 80, either 87 or 88. And I had them talk. And it's just amazing to see how these women are aging so gracefully. I mean, Pam Wall is still driving herself and still walking. And my mom is Energizer Bunny. So happy birthday again to my lovely mom. And that's something good that happened. And, 80 is just right around the corner. All right, next piece of news. This is pretty cool. See, when politicians come on the campaign trail and they start talking about, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And they actually do it. They got to be, given their props. I saw the Honorable Dr. Terrence Drew saying, greetings. For the first time in our Federation's history, your federal cabinet filed our respective declarations of income, assets, and liabilities under the recently amended Integrity in Public Life Act. This is a demonstration of your government's commitment to eliminate corruption. Well, take that. Everybody else who wants to say, well, they talked about this, but they never did it. Let me tell you something. And I hope the politicians will take me up on this. When you have a manifesto, let me tell you something. Once you win an election, you're sort of in campaign mode for the next 5 years, but in a very subliminal way. You understand? It's almost like being in a relationship where you're just doing what you're supposed to do without beating your chest saying, I am doing this, I am doing that. You just know that your girlfriend is happy, your boyfriend is happy, and you're good. That's it, you're good. So if after 5 years, I know you're happy, you know I'm happy, I don't have to go and prove myself to you. So if you have your manifesto, why not have a platform for every single point on that manifesto that shows the progress meter and shows completion? That way, the next election cycle, you don't have to go and pound and beat it. The proof is is right there for everybody to see, and then have comments underneath it, little updates, and I don't see why that's not impossible to do. I'm making producers saying I'm making too much sense. Well, I'm going to design a mock-up of that and see what could happen from that, because it makes sense, and sometimes when it makes sense, that's why it doesn't work. That's the story of my life sometimes. All right, next piece of news: the creative economy launched a kick-ass website. I can say that, right? KA website. Yes, I'm not blaspheming on here. For the first time, I feel good about the direction of the creative economy in the Federation here. Like, this move to create this website, I won't call it a website. It's a platform. This is the difference between a website and a platform. A website just kind of gives you information. A platform allows you to do stuff with it. And so on here, you're going to have creatives who can register under either as individuals or as businesses or as organizations. And with those three tiers, you get access to duty-free concessions, access to grants, creative. I've been having hiccups all day. I'm hoping I don't get one on this show because it will be very embarrassing. Yeah, so you'll have access to certification of skills, creative mixer networking. I'm very interested in that. 5% off selected stores or 10% off selected stores, and a lot of good stuff. So I think that they're onto something, and there are a few bits and pieces that they can, improve on. I'm a bit of a critic, objective eye, that is. But it's a good start. And I can't wait to see what will become of this. I am interested in knowing the statistics on the people who will be visiting this page. So it has to work. It has to be the funnel for all things creative, for content creation, for content consumption, and for resources to continue to perpetuate the creatives in this place. So people who like to complain and say they don't know anything, you need to stop. They're trying. And when you affirm what they're doing, it gives them more encouragement to keep going. So I say more power to you guys, and we can't wait to see what will become of this endeavor as a fellow creative. All right, next story is one that came up on my, the algorithm just decided to show me a story about a pair of white storks in Croatia who became lovebirds. And this was such a really cool story of this two birds called Klepetan and Malina. Now, Malina was injured at some point with her wing. She couldn't fly. And so this guy, what's his name? Janitor I can't pronounce his name. Stepjan Vokic found her while he was fishing in 1993, and she'd been shot by hunters and couldn't fly. And so he rescued Malina and became her caretaker. And in 2001, a male stork, who he called Klepetan, began to visit Malina. And every spring, he returned to mate with this bird. And let me tell you something. This bird, he was radio tracked with a band and everything. And he would fly 13,000 kilometers from South Africa back to Croatia to meet up with Malina each year and mate. And with this long journey, I mean, come on, that's a lot of distance for some tail. Pun intended. Anyway, they had 66 kids. 66 kids. My goodness. And he didn't have to pay any child support. Can you imagine? I loved it. Anyway, Malina died in 2021 from old age. So imagine from 1993 to 2001. And Klepetan stopped returning after a while. But yeah, it was a lovely feel-good story, you know? So 13,000 miles. Those of you who say Keon is too far or St. Paul's is too far, this bird flew 13,000 kilometers. Nowhere is too far for some love and for some good loving. All right, next story. Soldier drone story. I saw this video of a soldier wounded in Ukraine, and he saw this drone hovering over him. Normally, when you're in the battlefield and you see a drone hovering over you, you already know you're done. You're done. You're gone. Either the drone is giving reconnaissance information to the other operators, or the drone actually has ammunition to drop on you. And he saw this drone hovering over him, and he was injured. Next thing, the drone returned and came back with water, with medication, and lots of good stuff. And it turned out, right, he wasn't sure what drone it was, but it was good to see a feel-good story. And now, he had been shot, and I think some shrapnel had injured his legs, and I think he had a punctured lung. And he survived there for 2 days before he was able to be taken to a hospital. All right. Feel good story, right? All right. Next story about this dog that I saw that nursed tigers. Yeah. A dog nursed tiger cubs. This dog nursing tiger cubs is being called a miracle. This dog was not even pregnant. But these tigers were orphaned, and cut the long story short, it says a dog doesn't always have to be the man's best friend. This golden retriever named Isabella has taken over mothering duty for a trio of newly born tiger cubs. I'm not going to go into detail. It's just I saw the video and it made me feel good. And this show is about only good news. All right, 2 more stories before we take a little break and transition onto my guests. All right, we've been pummeled with stories about AI, artificial intelligence, and a lot of us have been fearful. And I looked for some good news about AI, and I'm just going to outline some topics that could be worth for exploration. I'm not going to go into detail because we don't have enough time. But there is one that says mind reading for health gains. Imagine they're using AI to decode brain activity into a stream of text. This is pretty cool. Next thing is analyzing climate data. It's uniquely positioned to help manage the complex issues. That is true. Because AI works on big data. And what better data set do we have than climate data, which is huge. It's going to be huge. All right. Next one is detecting infant blindness. Wow. These scientists have developed a deep learning model to identify which at-risk infants have retinopathy of prematurity. This condition occurs when abnormal blood vessels grow in the retina of preemies and can lead to blindness if left untreated. Imagine, this is pretty cool, so you can tell whether this person is going to go blind or not. Next one is decoding animal language. This is really cool because I've always wondered if my daughter's dog is a bit of a miserable, lazy mutt and very rude. And I'm always wondering if I could detect what she's saying or what she's thinking. That would be so cool because she behaves like a cat. You understand? She behaves like a cat. Sometimes, like, you know how cats are? You call their names and they just look at you like, are you calling me? And they decide when to listen to you or not. So it'd be really cool to see if this would be really good. Can you imagine now you can make movies with actually dogs talking? Last one is helping with grief. This is really borderline. AI-powered technology is also being used to develop chatbot avatars of people's deceased relatives, preserving their memories and helping with grief. So imagine you can now talk to your loved one online in the way that they would have been talking to you with the help of AI. So the California-based company Hereafter AI invites users to upload audio, images, and videos of their late loved ones to the app to create a life story avatar that chats on demand in the voice of the deceased. Woo! This is pretty cool. All right, so I think that's going to be it for... yeah, that's it. The last bit of thing I'm going to talk about before we go to my guest is the word of the day, which is there are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. You choose which one you want to be. All right, take a little break, and when we come back, we'll be here with my guest, JB.
Do you know that the Cable has a real live customer service representative available every day until 9 p.m.? Just call 465-2588. Calling out of normal office hours? Leave a voicemail and a friendly, reliable Cable rep will call you back. Do you have an urgent request? Or maybe you just want to ask a service question? Call 465-2588 and a service representative will be available to assist you. Or, if you prefer, send an email to customerservice@thecable.biz and someone will get back to you. So remember, the Cable is here for you every day until 9 p.m. Just call 465-2588 or send an email. The Cable, always giving you more where it matters.
Check this one out. Something smooth.
We're back. We got JB in the house, man. We got JB in the house. The JB. Here's a little bit of a news flash. I never met this guy before until a few weeks ago. And we just had one little exchange, and I said to myself, yep, if I ever have my show coming back, he has to be on. And last night, in my drunken stupor, I don't drink, but I was sleepy. I have a bit of an insomnia night. I decided to just say, listen, let's do this, man. Let's be on the show. And he didn't say no, which is kind of what I felt. That's the energy that he gave off. You know, he's always going to be there for whatever. So thank you for coming, man. How we doing?
Appreciate you for having me here.
I appreciate you for being here. And if we can just keep going back and forth, appreciating the appreciation and appreciating the appreciation. But yeah, man, this is really good. How was your day, man?
Yeah, it was okay. It was steady going. I was behind the mic for majority of the day because we did a few voice ads today. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm here behind the mic again.
You hear my? Do you know one of my? Jamster doesn't know this. One of my nicknames is Mike Lowry.
Mike Larry.
Mike Lowry.
Lowry.
Yeah. from Bad Boys. My middle name is Larry, so so there's some people who do call me Mike from that, but that's from way back. So actually online, that's a persona that I use, Mike. Laar MYK LAARY. But anyway, let's that's what I call it.
Okay.
It works.
Let's run with it.
It works. So yeah, where you grew up in St. Kitts, right?
I grew up in St. Kitts.
Where were you born?
I was born in St. Kitts.
Yeah, I know. What part?
What part?
Like where you from? Like
People
from?
in Barn Hospital.
What? Okay, what part? Hey.
Right, James.
Okay. That's how we doing things this time.
You asked me where Barn. I said,
Okay.
Weird.
Oh, okay. I meant where are you from?
Oh, well, I'm from Trinity. So I grew up in Palmetto Point, and now I'm living in West Farm.
West Farm.
Yeah.
Sweet. Is there an East Farm somewhere?
No, there isn't an East Farm,
Why?
unfortunately. Because
They have Old Road, they have New Road. They have West Farm, they don't have East Farm.
but there's an East Bastille.
Okay, there's East.
Because if it's
Independence.
not rural, then it's urban. So,
All right. Okay. I feel you.
Technically, there's an East Farm.
Okay. So, all right. So, primary school days. What did you typically get in trouble for?
With who? The teacher? Or
Give me the stories. Give me one with it. That means there's more than one. So, give me one with a teacher, and give me one with a non-teacher.
I was very mischievous, so I was always up to no good. Right?
Started trouble in the neighborhood,
No.
and then you got in trouble in Philadelphia when you were born and raised.
No, I didn't die.
You didn't go to the auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
I didn't die.
Okay.
That's the story, the theory that everybody thinks he dies. And
You didn't die.
Yeah, no, I didn't die.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm still here.
All
So
right.
not like on a scale of Eden and Eddie, I would say maybe a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were naughty.
No, just mischievous. I was always trying something. So I would always try to take apart different things, like, stuff that shouldn't be taken apart because I don't know what they are, but I want to see what's going on inside.
Oh, we could have been twins.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I did the same. I once pushed back a door so far back to see what would happen if I push it back and it broke.
oh, right.
Or I took a knife and I stuck it into a seat, a leather seat, to see what would happen.
Okay, no, I wouldn't destroy. I would try to destroy.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, I would try to fiddle and try to like make something else out of it. So yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So we all had our bouts of going looking for fruits. I didn't grow up in St. Kitts, but back in Nigeria, we had mango trees, guava trees. What trees were you notorious for stoning?
We had a orange tree.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's sour orange, but we say orange.
Yeah.
Right outside of my house. Right. So every few weeks, months, whenever it starts bearing fruit, we'll go outside with a big stick and we'll knock down maybe a good 2 bowls full of orange. So knowing how to make orange juice or lemonade was a favorite pastime of mine, right? So I know exactly how much to put in, how much sugar to put in, how many of the oranges to juice, and so on and so forth. There was also a mango tree. We would have competitions as younger guys in the neighborhood to see how much mangoes we could knock down with one stone.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so we probably get down about, the record is 5. Yeah.
Do you have it?
I don't have it. My record is 3. My record is
Okay.
3. Yeah. So yeah, that was a thing. And because we lived in the country, there were lots of fruit trees available to us. So we were often in trees. Right. I was telling my team the other day.
That's very intriguing.
How?
Boom, push. You didn't get it. Jamster, get off the phone. You didn't hear that. He was talking about trees and said it's very intriguing.
Oh God. You're so corny.
Of course.
It's cone.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I got in trouble one time. There was this guy, he had a mango tree, and we went up as kids. We were just like really like abstinent, as they would say. Went into the tree, they sent me up. He comes on with his gun. And everyone takes off, script, scatter, and I'm left in the tree. So I had to hide. And because I was very slim, well, I mean, I'm slim
Still.
now, but I mean, because I was skinny, I just kind of turned on the side to blend in with the branch and just hope that he didn't see me.
And he didn't see you.
I
that's,
think,
that's why you said you're still alive.
yeah, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Isn't there a song about being alive? No, that's one song about I'm so excited. No, I can't remember one of those old songs and whatever.
So
So
I actually know which one it is.
what is it?
I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not a singer. I'm sorry.
You're not a singer?
I'm not a singer. I'm sorry,
Okay,
sir.
no problem. I'm not a singer either, but I sing in the shower. Anyway, your schoolmates. Apart from mischief, what adjectives would they have? Other adjectives that would use to describe you growing up? Give me three.
3.
Yeah, 3 adjectives.
Wow. You want to deal with it?
Oh. Okay,
okay,
my
cool.
producer telling me some mischief my little one was up to. My gosh.
Right. I don't know what my classmates would have called me, but it would have been something along the lines of "you feeling it all."
Oh, you're one of those.
I was.
So you're the guy in the room who everyone would be like, he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
I would
It's okay
claim
if- it's
I would,
okay if you are.
I would stand on the hill for certain things.
Okay.
Right? So yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
But it's
especially when you know
also
something.
it's also a good feeling when people think you're the dumbest guy in the room. And then you end up being
I completely understand that. And I prefer to be the dumbest guy in the room.
yeah, when I went to school for my master's, that's how it was. That's what everyone kind of thought, this black guy here. Like, what does he know? Like,
No,
yeah.
no, not the archetype. Not black.
I no, seriously, I just didn't know anything. That's what they thought. And then I just showed them.
I mean, I mean, as you grow older, you realize that the more you know, the more you don't know.
Smart people think that they don't know it enough, and that's why they're really smart.
When did you say this quote on a previous show?
I did.
Okay, cool. All right, good job.
I actually wrote it. I have a whole album of E's truths. Like
Okay.
everything, when I think of something in my head that's share worthy, I'm going to share with you. And you would just be like, wait, that actually makes sense.
Right.
Like, I haven't had that epiphany yet because I'm not dialed into that side yet.
Right. You have
I
a
am-
bit momentum to that.
I am now in the creation of ideas and all that kind of stuff, which you come on.
Yeah.
You understand
We're
all that.
creatives. We understand each other. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so which is a good segue. Now, people, he's a very good photographer. He's not going to blow his trumpet. I'm just going to play mine for him. Right? He's really good. He has a website that does showcase the stuff that he does. J Black Photography
Production.
J Black Productions.
It's okay.
Which he does photography, videography, photography, videography. Two more things. You gotta help me out, man.
2 more.
Yes, there was 2 more I saw.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
360.
Uh huh. The 360
Yes,
foldable. Yeah.
and gosh, I can't remember. It's four things.
It's 4 things.
Yes.
It's 4 things. So you have photography.
Yes,
Videography.
yes.
Audio production.
Thank you. That's it. Audio production,
You forgot the graphic design.
graphic design.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a graphic designer.
Yes.
Did you do the poster? Was that you?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
There's so many graphic designers here. Come on.
Are you an illustrator graphic designer or graphic designer?
What? How does the difference?
Illustrators can do graphic design, but graphic designers typically don't do illustrations.
Okay, right. I can do a bit of both. I'm more proficient in graphic design.
Ah.
Yeah. Graphic design is much more easy to execute, but
I think it's harder
is it?
for me.
Okay, I mean,
I can't do what when I
Yin
look at everything. I was like, what? How did they do that?
right.
But then if I go into the illustrator mindset, I can start to piece certain things together, which I was trying to do.
It's great to know everything, but I think I excelled more at graphic design because that was that was the jobs that came to me more often. So I'm more on desktop publishing, layout, topography type thing. Like I'm actually into that kind of stuff.
So can somebody bring an idea that's festering in their head with just, can you be somebody's AI? No, JI.
Good one.
Can I just give you 3 words and just say, listen, this is what I have in my mind. Create a poster.
Hey, that's what we do for a living as creatives, huh?
Yeah, that
we,
is true.
We try to bring forward what exists in our mind.
It's really good when somebody gives you. I did this for my friend the other day. She gave me she just gave me the actual name of the logo thingamajig,
Right.
the tagline, and she just said run with it. And I came back and I had to then get into the client's head. I'm like, okay, what would go well? What colors would work and everything.
Right.
And yeah, she liked, even though I'm not a graphic designer, but at the same time, it's being able to interpret somebody's story and use images to tell.
Correct.
And that's a skill.
It's quite a skill.
It's a skill. Being technical is just half of it, because you can't interpret.
Being technical is a bonus.
It's a bonus.
It's a bonus.
Yes.
Definitely a bonus.
So you're technical and you.
But we do that for a living. I mean, if it's not, of course, graphic design, it's again, we do voiceovers as a frequently requested service for the audio production. So if I read a script, I can automatically tell what tone or what mood it's supposed to be in.
Okay, Jamstar, this is very good actually. You just said voiceovers, right? I would like you to check your phone.
My
Right?
phone, right now.
Check your phone.
Okay.
I'm gonna send something to you right now.
Okay.
And what we're about to do, people, this has never been done in the studio before, right?
No pressure.
This is no pressure. You just said this is what we do. So we're going to do some voiceovers together,
Okay.
right? And you're gonna have a go. I'm gonna have a go,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
This is 4 types of moods we're gonna convey to Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Okay.
I know, it's crazy. And so, Jamster, I would like you to. So we do coins. Do you have a coin?
I don't.
Okay, fine. I'll use my card. You have a coin on you?
I have no coin.
No coins on me. All right. So heads, tails. I'm gonna flip this to see who goes first. Okay. So the first one we're going to do is Mary Had a Little Lamb voiceover movie promo. Everything is a movie promo.
Guys, he has his social security card. As the coin.
Movie promo. So you have to convey that we have the music and everything. So it's
I already know what I'm going
scary.
for.
There's scary.
It's scary. Yeah.
There is action. What's the 4? There's 4. Scary, action, happy, and inspirational. All right? So the first one is going to be scary. And who's going first is going to be, you pick heads or tails.
Heads.
All right, heads. All right.
Too easy.
All right, so you going first?
All right.
All right. So
I'm still gonna run
the
the
music.
song better.
All right, let's go. Scary.
Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and played to see the lamb at school. And so the teacher sent it out, but it still lingered near. It stood and waited round about till Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so? The little children cry. Mary's little lamb coming through a 3D.
That was epic. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Dude, good. No, that's all right. So, all right. So it's my turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh! Ooh! That was
All right, that was
clean.
good. That was
was clean.
All right, let's go. It's my turn.
What are you gonna do?
Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece white as snow.
Meh.
No. He had it. Sorry.
And everywhere Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule, but it made the children laugh and play to see the lamb at school. And so the teacher sent it out, and then lingered here. It stood and waited round about till Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so? The little children cried. Mary's Little Lamb, coming to a theater near you. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right. I have to listen. You got to give me a page on your book.
No,
that was so much better. I love this. I love this.
We good. All right. So the next mood is gonna be action, right? All right. So we're flipping okay, heads, tails. Okay, now I'm heads and you're tails. All right. Action. All right. Okay, I'm heads, so I lost. So you're tails. You go. You choose whether you're going first or not.
You go first.
I go first.
You go first. We're gonna
All
play
right.
like domino.
Action.
Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow.
Okay.
And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school. One day, not 2 days, one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see the lamb at school. And so the teacher sent it out, but it lingered near. It stood and waited round about till Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so? The little children cried. Mary's Little Lamb, coming to a theater near you. Your discretion is advised.
You up next.
Okay. Okay. It followed her to school one day. Oh, damn.
Your boss.
I was trying to mix it up a little bit. All right, cool. Let me just read it word for word.
Keep going.
Run it again, Jamster. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. What? And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day. No rules. It was against it. It made the children laugh. But did they play when they saw the lamb at school? And so the teacher sent it out, and it lingered near. It stood and waited round about till Mary did appear. Did the lamb love Mary? This is the question, children. I love it! Mary's Little Lamb. August 2024.
All right. Good. We're changing the game. Next is going to be happy since we're in a happy mood. And then after that, we're going to do inspiration. All right.
Too easy.
All right. Heads, tails.
Oh, boy. By the
You
time
heads.
I'm done, I'm a horse.
All right. Then write it and go away. All right.
You first
Me
again.
first. All right. Me first again.
There you go.
All right. Let's go. Happy. Mary had a lamb. Yes, please. It was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made children laugh and play to see the lamb at school. And the teacher sent it out. But still, it lingered near. Now it stood and waited round about till Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so? The children cry. Mary's Little Lamb, coming to a theater near you. Viewer discretion is not advised.
Jamster, he ain't sound like Obama. Yeah, he sound like Obama. Like some presidential speech.
Wait till the last one. Last one is inspirational.
Mary Little Lamb is an activation code, I swear.
All right, let's go.
Mary had a little lamb. What? Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Got some skills.
It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see the lamb at school. And so the teacher sent it out, but it lingered near. It stood and waited round about till Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so? The little children cry. Mary's Little Lamb, coming to a theater near you.
This
Your
guy
expression
got
is expressed.
some skills.
I keep busting on the last one.
All right, last one. Inspirational. Let's keep going. I'll go first, you go second. Just that way. All right. Let's go. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. That followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play to see the lamb at school. And so the teacher sent it out, and it lingered near and stood and waited around about until Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so? The little children cry. Mary's Little Lamb, coming to a theater near you. Your discretion is not advised.
Wait. Which mood this was again?
This is inspirational.
Inspirational.
That was supposed to be Morgan Freeman. Mary had a... Nah, I was going for Morgan Freeman. So, you kill me.
I was gonna go for the MLK type.
So go ahead, you do
Right,
it.
right.
Do it. Let's go.
Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see the lamb at school. And so the teacher sent it out, but it still lingered near. It stood and waited round about till Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so? The little children cried. Mary's Little Lamb, coming to the theater.
Okay. Dude, you're good. You're really good. You're really, really, really good.
No, you're teaching me.
No, we're feeding off of each other. We're creating
love it.
energy.
I love
here.
it.
This
I
is
love
this
it.
is so good. Like,
I need Jamster in here, bro.
yeah, Jamster next. He would just kill it. I mean, when he just did the
Jamster is a veteran. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on, no.
Oh, Jamster would just like, he's that elder statesman that would like, no, just kill it. Right? Man, that was good. That was fun. I told you.
Appreciate
this show is like none you've ever done before.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
So man, yeah, listen, what's the best camera phone out there, man? Because you must know. Because if my phone is not gonna go take good pictures, not buying it.
I am going to argue. No, I'm going to actually. It might seem like a betrayal, but the iPhone is a pretty good contender in this category, right?
Really?
Yes. I'm going to start with the iPhone because that's the first thing that pops to mind. When I got an iPhone, I thought I need a really good camera on this phone. And I thought iPhone. I have an iPhone just for the camera. I don't even have a chip in it, anything. I put it down, and when I'm ready to take really nice photos inside the studio, just have them like ready to post, iPhone.
But those, okay, from what I recall, they take good videos, but the Samsungs and the Pixels are kind of still better in the photography.
I'm about to get into it. The real girl is a Samsung. The
Oh.
Samsung Galaxy. The what's the
Ultra.
latest one?
I don't know the S
Bro, I lost
something Ultra
count.
something. Yeah, I know.
I lost count.
But they
21
or
No,
22.
no,
They have a
no.
22.
No, I take down 23 now.
Whoa,
Yeah.
interesting.
Wow. Okay, so I'm getting to that. So the Samsung S23, whichever one the latest one is, the Ultra, it gives you a lot of camera options, and it's arguably better than the iPhone.
Now, do you ever use the RAW mode?
Of course.
Oh, so that's what you specialize in. Because you
Well,
can
I mean,
tweak.
usually when I get a piece of gear that has a picture capability, picture taking capability, I need to dissect it and actually go down to the nitty-gritty and find out what makes this phone really perform. Because I don't feel like people sometimes, they don't even understand that the phone is so powerful, right? I mean, apart from AI and all that stuff, I mean, AI is now built into these cameras. If you take a picture with an iPhone,
Yeah.
right, you just point it to the sun. Now, in my camera, I have to edit back in. The camera already does that for you. These phones these days, the iPhone, the Samsungs, the Pixels.
I know Samsung was doing this fake thing with the moon and whatever. Like,
The fake thing, no, that was real. The zoom, some phones have a wicked telephoto function.
but what they did was they filled in the blanks. Okay.
Of course, and they would do that for a lot of the pictures that you take. So right now, I'm sure if everyone can see in the studio, there's a shadow right underneath the cap. The iPhone is built to fill that in. You see what I'm saying?
Generative fill.
Correct. It's not, I wouldn't say generative fill, but the concept is similar.
Yeah.
Correct. So it's more light-based.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. I am not going to. I just don't like the iPhones. But what about? I know you've taken lots of pictures over the years. Is there one that is definitely standing out to you as being the most iconic?
I have a few, and a lot of people would argue and say I have a lot, and that's purely up to them, and that's great. I'm glad that my pictures speak for J Black Productions, you know, because it's not just me, of course, it's a team of us.
Yeah.
I just have that right there. So, my favorite pictures are always the ones where I can walk into a situation, I know what I'm expecting, I see it, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do to execute it. And on the first, within 10 shots, I already got my image. Yep. Those are my favorite photos.
And do you have to go and do lots of? Okay. When I see about your pictures, they look so nice.
Thank you.
But do you get that after with a lot of post-production stuff, or your cameras are just that good?
It depends. I mean, the camera has to be of a good quality. I invest into my gear, so we have quality gear. I mean, the more expensive the camera is, then the more features you can get, and of course, the quality is gonna be top notch, right? The post-processing, no, a lot of people. People feel like we do the most when it comes to editing, and we can. As I tell people, we don't sell pictures, we sell dreams, right? Because, you know, people would say, oh boy, J Black, when you're done with this picture, I want you tucky me belly, I want you make my bum look bigger, you know, my face look a little fat, slim thin, and I have no issues with that. Like, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in telling us what you want from this image, because we're providing a service, right? Now, naturally, I would tell people, hey, there's nothing wrong, because realistically, there's nothing wrong, bro. I mean, when you leave the mirror, you have to be comfortable with yourself when you're walking on the road. And of course, yes, we all have bad days, but as a friend, a model friend of mine told me, she said, you gotta convince yourself that you look real good for it to become a reality, you know?
Interesting. So, are there cameras that have AI built into them, just
Of
as
course,
these
of course.
phones do it now? So this is like interesting. Do you? Here's the other question. With these camera phones, cameras that are on a phone, are there little tips that you can give to people now to say to just a very a quick tip?
It's not about the camera, it's about the lighting,
Thank you.
right? That's
Lighting makes a world of
lighting
difference.
makes a world of difference. You can do so much with your phone. You can have the best phone on the market. If you do not know anything about lighting and how your phone reacts to that lighting, then you might as well just not get the phone.
And how did you learn all of this stuff?
I thank God, first of all, that I got ability to understand it. Over the years, you know, apart from experience, you know, you stumble upon something or like a block, you don't know what it is, so you start doing research, and that research, the journey of that research alone fills more than just a gap.
Right.
Because you learn so much more. And I still consider myself a beginner, because I feel like sometimes on every shoot, I start the whole process over again. As if like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's try something different.
Oh, you go through that too. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's a common thing.
Okay, I thought it was
Common phenomenon.
oh, interesting. Nice. Wow. Yeah, when I saw my picture on that poster and someone sent it to me, right?
The poster for creative economy.
Right. I told him I don't recognize the person. Seriously, I was like, who's that guy? Like, I had to give it a bit of a double take, and that's how good. I mean, I remember when we were taking those images, and I was just like, I just didn't know what was going to become of them. I'm kind of curious to see some of the others, but still, I'm amazed at what you were able to do with that moment to make me look like they say, like people.
I appreciate that very much.
So
the whole project was quite informative.
Yeah,
Quite
and
informative.
So I mean, what are you, like you see your work everywhere now? Like how does that feel when you're driving around and you just see it in a poster? You see, yeah, I did that, and you see it on a website. You see it. I mean, it's like to know it's a legacy. You're leaving your mark literally in these different areas. Does it humble you? Does it?
It trust me, now you're gonna get hyped. Trust me, you're gonna get hyped. And I say a silent prayer and I say, thank you, God. I couldn't have done this without you. And I thank you for the people that allowed me this opportunity to do so, because hey, at the end of the day, I gotta give thanks, man. I really gotta just sit down and really think about the things that I have, because it's easy to get caught up in yourself and you feel like you're not doing enough. And you're gonna always feel like that, but you must always give thanks. Like if you're not, of course, I'm more Christian, God oriented, but I mean, naturally you have to give thanks, because when you give thanks, then you learn to appreciate things more, and you begin to really figure out with yourself, how can you always keep or consider others in your journey?
I can sense, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I can sense that some of these values that you're exuding right now would have come from somebody who meant a lot to you.
My mother.
I know.
Yeah, my mother.
And I never met her, but I know she was loved. At the funeral, to see everyone there in the dark, right? It was just touching. And so to see you just speaking her words, she's speaking through you right now. And so that's what I was perceiving right now. It's like, yeah, that's mama right there. Because a lot of men, when it comes to values, in this world now, like, what's value? What's that? Well, value Matt?
Horse words.
What I be. So yeah, mom will be proud of you. Extremely proud. To see you have had such a big hand in the creative economy launch with your work, I want to know what is exciting you most right now about this new age, this new endeavor, the efforts. What has you excited?
First of all, I did not have a big hand in it.
You took pictures.
Yeah, that's all.
That's a big hand.
That is not a big
it's on
hand.
the website.
Bro.
That's a big hand. They're front and center. That's a big hand.
Come on. But anywho's.
Okay.
Right.
Take it.
I digress.
Take me.
The Creative Economy Initiative that was led by Robertine, I'm going to call her Berry for short, for those of you who are watching, is a great initiative. And this point that we're at right now is because they've had a series of forums. When I say they, I mean the government and Berry. They've had a series of forums just like early this year, trying to find out where are the problems. What do we want as creatives? What can the government do to facilitate, to give a hand up, not hand out, to creatives on the island, right? Creatives that are willing to work for their pay, creatives that are willing to just go out there on a whim, dive off the cliff, and build the plane on the way down without any help considered, all right? And I think after all these years of people complaining and all that stuff, like past administrations, no bias, I feel right now we're at a pivoting point, a very strong pivoting point for creatives, young people, the people that were there before us. And I'm really elated to really speak about it because I know Barry personally. And like, all I can ask is, it's a work in progress. It's very rough because it's not as much support as you would think it is, right? Because there are people that are still skeptical about it after all these years. I mean, after not seeing the light, you come out the cave, it's like, oh, you know? I ask that you give not just Berry, but her team and the other creatives support.
Yeah.
To establish solid infrastructure, right? The island's gotta look to us, guys. Byron can't be the only thing. Let man do something else, man.
Yeah,
Respect the Byron, though.
I think when we spoke at that photo shoot, what stood out to me was how I was inspired to be more creative after having a conversation, just being around someone like you and just talking. And so I think that as they say, birds of a feather, and iron sharpens iron, all of those things. I think that what I'm most excited for is these creatives meet and greet. Like,
the mixer.
Those mixers, will be in and those are low-hanging fruit. That is low-hanging fruit that does not necessarily need a ton of resources. It's almost like a flash mob, right?
Pick a spot.
Somebody
Send a broadcast.
bring drinks, bring this, whatever. Let's just show up and see what's happening, Let's just show up and show out. So I hope they don't overthink some of these things because some of them are literally, like I said, low-hanging fruit.
And then the thing that people are that might be overlooked is that it's the first time for a lot of things to happen. So I don't expect everything to be like, oh my God, it's perfect, right? Just like everything, the start is always rough, right? So I'm gonna expect great things to come, and I'm going to look at the efforts and try to see where I can assist, because I rather complain and help, right? A lot of people complain and they don't do any different. They don't try to make a difference. That is my issue.
Yeah.
Right. So, I always talk to my creative fellow creatives, and I always say, yo, if y'all gonna talk about it and make issue, do something, man. Stop banging your mouth. Do something.
I like that. That means me and you can work together because
always.
That's the way I think. I never go to my superiors with problems. I go to them with solutions.
Right.
I can't just go without having considered what could be done to fix something. So I like that you're thinking that way. We got like 2 more minutes, and imagine this just went by so quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And I didn't get to talk about your music production. I want to talk about AI, but actually I am planning a AI forum type discussion, and I would like to involve the creative side of AI, the technical side, like the coding or whatever side of AI, and the legislation side of AI or education. So if that's something that you'll be interested in, sinking your teeth in, that would be great. But I want to have an actual forum where we just sit down and we just educate the public on what is and what isn't. And I was thinking about doing it on this forum, but I think that AI discussion is a lot bigger.
It's quite.
And so
big.
I think that this is something that needs to be planned out properly, where we can actually not just talk, but actually show. So, yeah, this is part of my contribution to what is, so, yeah, you got 2 more minutes. Yeah, man, running me down.
Dang.
But anyway, before we always go, we always have a rapid fire question session, just 10 questions. Ask them first person, you answer them as easy as possible. No pressure, like you say, too easy. All right. So number 1, if I had the money, I'd invest in this new gadget for my photography.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am asking first person.
I need another camera.
That's it. All right. Number 2, a movie I would never get tired of watching over and over again.
Over the hedge.
Very good. All right. I see myself driving this car sometime in the future.
It would be either a Jeep Wrangler or it would be a Skyline R34 GTR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Car guy. All right. Number 4. For this.
What?
For this amount, I will go completely clean shaven. No hair in my head, cheeks, chin, and all gone.
128 million.
You heard it, guys. $128 million. He'll shave everything.
Online link. Check the booking link.
All right, number 5. My friends always groan in protest each time I say or do this.
Bye. Let's skip that one. Let's skip that one.
Okay. All right. Number 6. You'll be surprised to know I am terrible at doing this.
Cooking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Number 7. What does LL Cool J stand for?
Huh? I supposed to know this. Bro, let me tell you something, right? There's some people you don't call them by their real name. I just never actually learned what a LL Cool J means.
Ladies love Cool Jonathan.
Y'all so lame.
All right.
Y'all so lame. Y'all so lame.
All right. Number 8. You already said you can't do this, but I ask you anyway. I can cook this very well with water. All right. Number 9.
Oh, wait. No.
Okay.
No, I could kill an egg. Many farms of egg.
You could kill an egg
I
that's
could
already
kill an
dead.
egg. I could
It's already dead.
Yeah.
He's just saying he could kill an egg that's already
I
dead.
could kill it twice. Kill it twice.
Right.
Come on, no.
Okay. And number 9. I may be very, very upset, but do this one thing and poof, screw face turns to a smile.
Coming from who?
Coming from a significant other.
Coming from a significant other. Boy, I like food, you know.
Okay.
I like food.
All right.
Okay.
Girl, ladies, if you're
I like
upsetting,
food.
feed them. All right. Number 10. The best part about being on the show is?
The best part about being here tonight is that I am having fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was fun, guys. This is probably the most fun I've ever had on a radio show.
Well, that's what only good news is supposed to do. You're supposed to finish on a high. You're supposed to be happy. And the people listening should also take that energy that we're creating and feel
Hopefully.
good in the process.
Hopefully.
And, I saw Clarissa Violinus
Yeah.
says that was dope.
Lucid.
Blessed put a pin.
Ogbom.
I don't know what the pin was for. It's a red pin. Where's the yellow pin?
What are you talking about?
Palmer labor. All right.
What the hell?
All right. So, but yes, it was great. And we're going to do another show again at some other point because
Looking forward to
I
it.
feel like the next time we have a show will be topic centric. So we'll pick something and we just literally come here and just dive in and just explore.
I'm game.
And just teach, because the creative energy and synergy that we have deserves to be explored. So after the show is the after show, and after party is the after party, and and we don't stop and we can't stop and right. All right. So anyway, that's it, man. Listen, next week we're gonna have the Akila Byron Nisbet back in the studio.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait because she is. Oh my gosh.
Boy, what are you doing?
Okay, he
Jamster, what are you saying?
Jamster, my gosh.
Come
well,
on,
she's gonna be here, and she is going to. You see, me and Jay just created some energy, and me and Akila create a different type of energy, and we can't wait to share that with you guys next week.
Akila is a coach of mine. She's a business coach, so she coaches J Black Productions.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
in the Me Too movement.
The Me Too movement.
In a good way.
The Me Too movement.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good plug.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
is.
So
It
she
is.
had you do the whole smart goal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's like an exam.
I don't like it. But I did that. I did mine like last night since May.
I still have mine to fill out.
Okay.
Because it changes ever so often.
It changes.
It makes you
Yes.
think.
But the thing is, after it's a. But then the thing is, it's, oh my gosh. Hey, the after show is now. So let's cut the show. People spread love, be kind to each other, and me and Jay gonna just have a little bit of an after show in here before Win FM says you guys are using up too much of our time and indict us. with other people. All right. Next week. Bye.
Jumba, jumba, wait the party, oh, wait, go.